With everybody talking about digital ID right now, I wanted to give you guys um a little heads up on what you have to look forward to with digital ID because yeah, it is coming to the United States of America. If you think that this fight that they've got going on in the UK is just about the UK, no. Let's be real here. It's coming everywhere. This is New World Order Agenda 2030 bullshit, right? If you haven't figured that out, you guys, wake up, okay? So, I wanted to tell you some of the weird things that have already happened in China, because they've already implemented this whole system, okay? So, what's China doing that you have to look forward to here in the United States? Oh, or in Europe or wherever else this digital ID is going in. Now, mind you, digital ID goes along with QFS system. It's going to go, this is the global new world order. You're not going to be able to do anything without this digital ID and the QFS system, right? But beware, because they may be giving you the funds. They're also going to tell you how you can use it. So, here we go. What does China already do? China, first of all, you get to pay for your toilet paper. Yes. You get to pay for your toilet paper with your ID so they can keep track of when you're buying your toilet paper and how often you're actually taking a crap, right? But on top of all of that, if you don't have the money, okay, and you're out in public and you need a little TP to, and you don't have it. You just don't have it. Okay, well, your credit score does make a difference as to whether you can get it or put enough emphasis, I don't think, on, let's just say, if you don't have good credit, you're not getting the toilet paper. All right? But if you do have good credit and you don't have any money, then you can watch an advertisement for 5 squares of tissue. And if that's not quite enough, then you might have to watch another advertisement. And then another advertisement. And maybe another one just in case. Right? Okay. Alright. What else? You can't travel. Not going to be able to go anywhere without it. At least not within the confines of your 15-minute city or outside of such. They want to be able to keep track of wherever you're going because, by God, you're in prison, and don't you frickin' forget it either. All right? So, yeah. If you want to move from one area to another, you have to scan your ID. This is already, something that they're doing in China. You literally to go from one area to another, you are scanning your ID so they can keep track of wherever you are going. All right? So, what's number 3? Oh, I like number 3. Jaywalking in China is interesting. Yeah. So, your face, first of all, is scanned by one of their little smart lampposts. And they have these nice big screens out there. So if you live in, let's say, New York or someplace, I'm sure you'll have the opportunity to observe this yourself because they scan your face if you're jaywalking. They project it onto these big screens in order to humiliate you. On top of all of that, they automatically access, because of facial recognition, they automatically access your financials, and they go in and they take the fee out immediately out of your, your whatever is in your account, or if you don't have anything in your account, they debit it for the next time that you do have money in your account. Yeah, just a little invasive, I would say. This also applies to any kind of theft of any kind. You're not going to be able to get away with thieving. Now, mind you, okay, so theft isn't, you want to deter theft in the first place. Okay, I get that. But here's the thing. You create a society that feels it's necessary to steal in the first place because you've impoverished them to the nth degree, and then you've imprisoned them, and then so what you're doing is you're creating, and I know I sound like I'm sounding like utopia. You're creating the criminal, and then you're punishing the criminal for being a criminal. This is the mentality. If we were all sovereign, if we all were providing our own stuff, we were trading amongst ourselves, and this money thing wasn't an issue. If we all could do that independently of the government, why would we need them? Seriously. Why do we need them? We would have everything we needed. I know it sounds impossible. I know you're going to come at me and say, oh, we can't do anything without these notes, right? We can't do anything without the green. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. I literally tried to start a trade bazaar at one point. Nobody figured it out. Nobody understood. Like, what? You can trade goods? Yes, you can trade goods. And you should trade goods. This is what we need to get out of. We need to get out of this mentality, because what they're doing is they're devaluing that green. They devalue it all the time. Every time they print more money, they're devaluing it. So there may be more money out there because they're printing it, but it's worth less. So the trade-off is that you can't buy what you could buy. You know, like back in the day, I could buy a candy bar for 25 cents, right? Now it's what, $3? $4? Something like that? I don't even know anymore. I don't buy candy bars, but you know what I'm saying. This is you guys need to understand that the value of the candy bar didn't go up. Candy bar is still the same. What it's worth in those stupid fake Monopoly dollars is what changed. Okay? All right. Last one. Every purchase, place you travel, food you eat, whether you comply with the government, their rules and regulations, that's all monitored. If you don't comply with their rules and regulations, they can shut off all access to your funds and your social ID. What does that mean? That means for any infraction that they don't like that you do, you wrote an article on Facebook, or you made a comment on Facebook, or you made a video for TikTok, and they didn't like it, they literally can go in, shut off your funds, and this has happened multiple times. People have written books and stuff. They didn't like what they had to say in their books, and they shut off their financials completely. Then they shut off the digital ID. You cannot travel. You can't get an Uber to go anywhere without that digital ID. Never mind your funds. You can't move about your area, your city, your country, whatever it is. You can't do it. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You are literally, by opting into the system, are opting into your own imprisonment. Nobody should be on board with this digital ID or the quantum financial system. Centralizing funds of any kind, money of any kind, to a one world government system, which is what they're doing, it solves nothing. It actually imprisons you. It puts you behind bars. They're not real bars. But you're going to feel them real freaking quick as soon as you have, you're going to say, oh, I'm a good citizen. I comply. I follow the rules. You don't know what you're going to do. It's like Facebook. Have you ever been put in Facebook jail and not known why you were put in Facebook jail? That's kind of like what's going to happen here. And it's all going to be run by AI, you guys. So who's really running the show? Do we have our government anymore? Or is it just AI who's going to be in control of everything? Wake up. Wake up to this digital ID thing. You have got to understand